Well, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at a very hot item from Walthers mainline. It is the 60-foot high cube plate F boxcar, and you've got it in a couple schemes here, including the newer TTX scheme and the older TTX scheme. I've got several of these, but I'm just going to show you two, so let's take a look next. Just to note, these are sold out, but another run is on pre-orders right now. So you may be able to find them, but a lot of them are gone. So you have to pre-order the next round. These are very popular cars, the TTX boxcars in general. A lot of them have sold out hobby-wide from other variations and such. But this is the Walthers mainline variation. Now on this variation, what you're gonna get is a very detailed car that is also budget friendly. So there are some thicker details and differences from a very high-end level car, but there's also some nice detail as well. So we'll dive in and break this car up piece by piece. Alright, starting from the end, you have a plastic walkway here, coupler crossover walkway that would be metal on the real thing, sometimes replicated with metal on the higher end cars. Plastic in this case, along with a plastic coupler box, magnetic trip pin, molded in details for the ladders and molded on details. I don't see separately applied parts in terms of that. When you go along the side though, you see the next road, any road slogan for TTX boxcars and T-box on the side along with the reporting numbers. Like I mentioned, there's several reporting numbers available. Hard to tell on all the sea of yellow, but right here you've got the FRA reflective markings, which were mandated in the mid-2000s. There does appear to be separate detail on the door latches that you see here, and the print seems to be legible from what I can tell. The door latch detail seems to be fairly nice. You've got the plates here and some tracks for the doors to open and close, even though they're not operational as in most rolling stock. Also have pretty decent truck detail. You can see the 3 springs and metal wheels. By the way, in terms of NMRA compliance, the wheels are engaged. The couplers appear to be on height as well, even though I'm using an NMRA gauge versus my KD gauge, which I've misplaced somewhere in the mess of this basement. On this end is where you see another separately applied detail, and I'll zoom in a little further so you guys can take a super HD look if you want. The brake wheel and brake chain here, and again you've got the coupler crossover platform and coupler here. Might be a metal coupler actually. Yeah, I think that is actually a metal coupler, so my apologies on that. It is very hard to tell. Need to get a magnet down here, test that out. Along on the other side, more of the same detail. You've got the ribbing of the boxcar. We'll take a quick look at the roof and bottom detail as I zoom out a little bit. There's roof detail with a metallic silver. There's some bottom detail with some separately applied parts like the brake line, air hoses, and reservoirs. So, and the little actuator. So pretty cool and fairly detailed for the price. You can pick these up, a street price around $20 or $25. MSRP should be flashing on your screen right about now. So MSRP on this is $27.98. I just had to look that up real quick. Zooming in on the ends of the car, you do have excess height car and the road number and name right there on the ends. So some variations available from Walthers on this, again on pre-order. Sold out a lot of places, but you might be able to find this current run, but there is another run coming. Quick Vanna White 360 of the older scheme. More of the same detail, even has the FRA. That's the older TTX Rail Pooling Experts scheme. So that's some of the variation you get. I think there's more variations to be had. Do a car body wobble test on it. Does wobble decent amount. It's 8.5 inches long, so we'll check the NMRA weight to see if it complies. So since this is an 8.5 inch car, NMRA says 1 ounce plus a half an ounce for any additional inch in car length. So we should have about a 4.5 ounce car, and we have a 6.2 ounce car. Sorry, a little bit out of purview there. So it exceeds NMRA weight. All right, so overall these are great cars, pretty nicely detailed, prototypically accurate roof, by the way, with both the X pattern and the diagonal pattern there, and then metal couplers, metal wheels, even some separately applied parts, including the latches and the underbody detail and the brake wheel. So for probably street price of 25 bucks, that's pretty good. They sold out of these road numbers like I mentioned before, and those road numbers were a one-time deal, but they're putting out other ones, so you'll be able to up your TTX rail box fleet for cheap. Pretty good deal. I'll leave you with a quick run by, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.